All right, we're live. Welcome back, everyone. This is the night edition, day 3. We made a ton of progress this morning, specifically in a lot of the social functionality. Specifically, we have, earlier today, we were working on the feed. And in the feed, for example, if we go to a post, hold up, I need to launch our terminals and launch our programs real quick. I forgot to do that. All right. So let's click try again. So here we have a post, and we're able to like and unlike, and then also what's pretty cool is you're able to respond to posts, which is great. So you're able to reply to replies. Now, could we improve that and make it spiderweb even more? Potentially, yes. Kind of like Reddit, but I think this is a good step in the right direction. And if we need to think through it any further, then we can do that. But yeah, let's take a look. I think in this stream, it's going to be about 2 hours long. And something that we're going to focus on during this stream is we're going to focus on solving some of the issues from the feedback that Apple gave us when we attempted to submit the app the first time. So I'm going to pull that up on my end. I'm also going to make sure that we're all good on the stream. But welcome back to the stream. It's going to be a good session, that's for sure. All right, welcome. All right. Chat. All right. So let's take a look at this. Here. Apple rejected our submission. So yeah, so I submitted the app to the App Store just to see what we would get back. It did get rejected. But here we're looking at why it was rejected. Number 1, information needed, incomplete business model disclosure. Apple requires clarification of your app's business model, particularly because it involves paid digital content or subscriptions. You must answer these 4 questions with specific, detailed information. All right. Follow-up question to this is, where am I supposed to all right. where am I supposed to submit the answers to those questions? That's a big question for sure. All right. Okay, so it says log into App Store Connect. Go to app review. I wonder if it's safe. I mean, I think it's good to share this. I'll just share it. Whatever. So yeah, so this is what we're looking at in App Store Connect. So it says in the left sidebar, click App Store. Yeah, the UI here is a little bit funky. Hey Linux, how's it going? Okay. So the first, we have to essentially enter information, but we're not exactly sure where that information needs to go. So I'm just gonna drop in all this to chat. Yeah, so app review. All right, app review, iOS submission, and then resolution center. Oh, a reply. There's a reply. Oh, okay, reply to app review. Okay, so right here we have a reply to app review, and this is where we can submit the clarifying information, which is great. Yeah, this is great. All right. Cool. Okay, so now we know where to put that. Super helpful. The next thing, missing. Okay, wait, that's number 3. Inaccurate metadata, pricing references in screenshots. Okay, so this issue stems from. It stems from the pictures that I submitted when I submitted the app. I should have spent more time doing these, but let's just pull them up. Basically, I think that it references a free trial somewhere. Maybe on the last one. Free for a limited time. So they got me on the free for a limited time. They said, no, you can't do that. So honestly, that's not too bad. You know, let's think through. The Linux says, mostly being attacked by my cat. You got a cat? Nice. She's a bit crazy, but trying to check emails and relax. Nice. Nice, dude. Well, I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for joining in. All right, so we're gonna want to resubmit. Let's think through the order that we should focus on these things. So number 1 is essentially answering these 3 questions. And then number 2 is updating the screenshots. And then number 3 is account deletion. So we want to make sure that users can delete accounts. And I'm pretty sure that now users can delete accounts. So let's go here, try and delete our account. Let's improve the UI of that. Okay. So we're going to go to the edit profile screen right here. And now I'm just going to show a screenshot of the delete account. It doesn't look very good. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Okay. All right, I'm just trying to think through what order that we need to go in. So let's see if we can get this delete account working. And then that is probably the easiest one to knock out because I think that that functionality is close. And then we'll just go to probably, I think we need one more screenshot for submission. Maybe we can find on Canva the original screenshots and I can change them. Only issue is that I know that you have to submit iPhone screenshots and iPad screenshots, and the iPad screenshots can be a little bit finicky. So we'll take a look at it. We'll see what we can do. Okay. How's that looking now? We good? No, that looks bad. That's why you don't use O3 for something simple. Oh wait, actually, I forgot. That's on me. You gotta refresh that, man. You gotta refresh. I've been doing that a lot today. That looks better. Delete. Okay. All right. So that's going to get us the functionality to be able to delete an account. And then, while that's working, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone, launch another chat, turn on Max, and then turn on, I want it to be ask only. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in what we need, the questions that Apple asked us. Okay. Yep. This is looking good. Okay, so this is going to be something that we're going to submit in the App Store compliance area. Let's think about, let's go back to our deletion real quick. So if you're just joining us, we're working on an app, and we previously submitted a build to the App Store, and they came back with some issues with our app that we're now having to go back through and make some changes to. One of those being this feature here that I'm about to show you, which we just built, which is being able to delete your account. Man, this styling of this does not look great. Screenshot it, drop it in. Alright. Drop that in. Should be a simple fix there. Yeah. Delete account. Nice. Looks good. And then it's like on the stream, right? And I can delete. Oh. Deletion failed. Deletion failed. What's up with that? Error. Hey, Guitar Dan trade. Guitar Dan in the chat. I don't know, man. We can talk about it in the Discord. Welcome, everyone. Everyone that just joined in. gonna have to type this in notes. Guitar Dan, this is a code-only type stream. Appreciate your support, though. So right now I'm pasting in just some responses from ChatGPT on what to do for these different compliance issues. Guitar Dan says, I love code. Let's go, man. Let's go. Alright. There's that. Alright, there's that one. And then do the second one here. Guitar Dan's cracking me up. There's that one. And then the last thing that we need to do is we need to get screenshots and put them in. That one's a little bit different. So let's just kind of hold off on that last issue. If you've been following along, we had 3 issues. The first one being, I'll scroll up to the top just so you can read along, but the first one was essentially that we had some incomplete business model disclosure that we needed to outline and answer. And then we had an issue with the metadata from the pricing references from the screenshots, which that's the one that I'll wait to do tomorrow. And then the last one was missing in-app account deletion, which we fixed that one and got that working. So decent amount of things are looking good. If you're watching right now and you haven't yet liked or subscribed to the channel and the video, do so now, because we're going to be working on this project for a while. And if you're interested in this and you're just enjoying the vibes, then join the community. Also, I'll drop down a Discord link as well. Yeah, definitely join our Discord. Yeah, join the Discord. I just dropped a link in the chat. But yeah, so I think we'll be able to finish that out tomorrow, get that resubmitted. Onboarding process looks clean. Very clean. Let's go, Guitar Dan. I told you, man, we're going up. All right, this looks good. The errors at the bottom there are related to revenue cat. They're not great. We have to resubmit our app for those to go away. All right, something that we're gonna work on now is we need to deploy the changes that we've made locally to AWS. So I'm going to deploy these changes, and we now have to go over and open up GitHub to see if these changes are being correctly deployed through our pipelines. Some of you may or not be familiar with this, but basically when you have code in the cloud, you have pipelines. So here's my GitHub repo. So let's take a look at this and think about, all right, go to actions here. Actions, it looks like all of these are working. This is the code that we just pushed. And this code is running right now. Let's go check over and see our API, see how that's doing. And the API is failing, so that's not good. We want to make sure that we can figure out why this is failing. Yeah, looks like failed to resolve. Gotcha. Okay. Let's ChatGPT this real quick. Bimal Sharma says, great stuff, man. Hey, appreciate it, dude. Thank you. That means a lot. Just got started, so. All right. Okay, so we have an incompatibility issue. If anybody else like Bimal is enjoying the stream, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I want to keep doing this, and having people interacting and following along is even more inspirational than just doing it alone. Appreciate you. Which, hold on, I want to get your name right. Usama. Sorry, dude, I don't want to destroy your name, but he said, which framework do you use to code your apps? I use React Native for the front end to code, and then I use Node on the back end for the API, and I use Postgres. Usama. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but that's how I'm pronouncing it, Usama. So he says that he deals a lot with Kotlin, and then some XML, and that he's using Firebase for the backend until he learns Node or Next.js. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Firebase it's a really good tool for sure. Fast deployment. Yeah, fast deployment for sure. Node servers, they take some time. There's a learning curve, and yeah, I definitely. Yeah, Node is no joke. You got to run AWS servers. I use ECS to run the Node API servers, and then yeah, I mean Firebase. I'm pretty sure you can put a lot of the services like in the actual front end code itself, can't you? Like somehow they've got something that they make it so that you can like literally just run it. All right, is this working now? Did we make the changes that we needed to? Oh, I've been asking. Yeah, I had no idea that we had ask mode on still. Osama says that he learns up to the market recommendations. That's why he wants to switch to Node or Next. Yeah, Node and Next are getting pretty popular, that's for sure. I've worked a lot with Next. Very interesting. You can do some really fast deployments with it with the server-side functions. That is one thing for sure. Very, very fast. Very fast deployment. I feel like we may have just started a bunch of issues with our with what we just did. I hope not. I haven't used Fire Studio before. What is it? What's Fire Studio? Fire Studio. Hold up. Oh. Alright. Fire Studio, the full stack AI workspace. Fire Studio. We'll see. Is this a Google product or what is this? Firebase Studio is an advanced AI-powered development platform designed to transform how developers approach application building. Unlike traditional development environments that focus solely on code editing, Fire Studio integrates powerful AI agents throughout the entire development cycle, creating a seamless experience from concept to deployment. I mean, to me, it just looks like a traditional AI code editor, which are now kind of they're becoming pretty common. Oh, Google. Okay, Google made it. So Google made their own. They basically made their own cursor. That's interesting. I mean, that's smart, right? Especially if you're Google developers. Yeah, maybe I'll make a video on it or something. I don't know. Alright. That looks good. All right. 1 second, everyone. Okay. All right. Let's see if this this worked here. It's in process. Actions. Yeah, this one looks like it's gonna go through, which is great. Ignacito, I hope I'm saying that right. This app is a productivity app. And actually, I don't think that the people watching have really seen what this app is actually about. So maybe let's just dive into it. I'm gonna show you guys what GoalPost is. I'm gonna sign out and I'll just log in. And before we get started, if you've been watching or just listening in the background, this may be a good time to watch. And see what we're all about and see what GoalPost actually is. Also, if you could like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're really trying to grow this community. Also, I pinned the Discord server in the chat. So at the top of the chat, you can see our Discord server. And if you could join that, that'd be great as well, since we're trying to grow all these things. So All right, so GoalPost. You can create an account for free, and then there's a paid premium subscription, which is pretty inexpensive. But I'm going to log in my account here. Oops, my API. Forgot to turn my API on. Rookie mistake. Let's sign back in, shall we? No way, Zuhaib just joined. Zuhaib, let's go. Yo, let's go. The GOAT, Zuhaib. All right, so I just logged into my account, and the first thing that we're met with is the feed screen. And this is where all the goals render in, like a traditional social app or Instagram or Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. This is the feed screen. So here I can see some of the other users on the app's posts. There will be better algorithms for this down the road, but here we have the posts, and I can go here and I can like another user's post. I can go to their profile. I can follow them. I can see who their followers are and also who they're following. I can message them. Right now this is just placeholder, but we'll work on that. There's a messaging system. You can see what other goals somebody has posted. Hey Alexis, how's it going? And you can kind of click into these goals. We'll have to touch into that there, make sure that that gets fixed. So we just found a little bug. This bug happened on the user's page here. Oh, okay. We actually need to fix this anyway, so. Okay. So we're going to the public profile screen, gonna drop that in, and also gonna drop in the feed goal card. Osama, appreciate you joining the Discord. He said if basically his point is that if the people that join earlier will have special roles, and then yeah, that makes sense. And then Joa said nice UI, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Alexis, again, how are you? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't liked the video already, do it. Gotta build the community. Literally, here's the craziest part is that, so I come from a software engineering background, a business background initially. So I was in finance at Purdue, and I started a business while I was going to Purdue, a startup. And I worked as the CEO, and I was a founder. And it was in the online mental health space. I had to write 2 million lines of code in about 6 months to build a full stack application for online therapy. And now I'm looking to build a ton of apps. So essentially I want to build a platform that launches apps. So BridgeMind is going to be essentially a big platform of app launching. So this is just the beginning. GoalPost is just the beginning. We're going to do a lot more with BridgeMind. We're going to build a ton of apps. This is just the beginning. And this app will be done in about 2 weeks. This will be done in about 2 weeks. And we're going to put marketing money behind it. Maybe about $10,000 to get started on marketing. See how it does. And then keep building more apps. All right, let's see if we fix that public profile goal. Yeah, it's still failing for us. All right, just submitted a prompt. All right, chat. All right, Usama says, are apps making good profits? And it's up to your experience, of course. Yeah, apps are making good profits. Apps, it really comes down to shipping. So, every app that you ship isn't going to be a hit. You can't launch apps expecting that every app or every product that you put out is going to hit. So from my experience as a developer, I'm a firm believer that you got to build as much as you can, and you got to ship working products as much as you can. Because if you can ship working products, then you're going to get people that are using your products. And along those lines, you're going to learn what works, and you're going to see different intricacies in that process. Like, okay, what happens when I make an app that's really hard to maintain the code base? What happens when there's a bunch of people using it and there's a whole business around it and the code base is very difficult to maintain? What does that look like? And another one is, are people willing to pay for the product that I just created? That's one of the biggest ones, right? You have to see, are people willing to pay money for the things that I'm creating? And sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't. And whether or not they are or aren't, you have to be okay with what you're doing and your plan. You have to stick to it. All right, that works. Looks good. Joe says, profit-wise, you think for starters it's best to build mobile apps or websites? That's a great question. It's, the question of mobile apps or websites, I don't think that necessarily one is, they're very different. They're very different, and they're both, what's interesting is they're both difficult to do. It's difficult to build apps and it's difficult to build websites. And it's you can build stuff quick, but it kind of goes back to my point of, hey, whether or not it's a goal, an app or a website, it's going to be, first of all, most likely challenging to do, which is okay if you're somebody that likes to take challenges, or if you're willing to take risks, or if you're willing to work really hard. That's perfect for you. You're a hardworking person. That's great. The question is, those are two different worlds, right? Building website, you're gonna, it's gonna be a lot of AWS infrastructure that you're managing. It's gonna be most likely the better part about websites, I will say, is that they're not regulated by an overseeing platform. So for example, if I wanted a website live, I could literally get one live in like the next 10 minutes, right? I would just set up the DNS, launch like AWS Amplify, hook the domain up, and it'd be good to go. But with apps, even earlier in this stream, we were dealing with some of our compliance issues. I'll just pull up the ChatGPT again for everybody to see if you haven't been around. We're dealing with 3 compliance issues right now with Apple. Here they are right here. The first is that we need to submit more information. We need to update inaccurate metadata, and we need to create an account deletion option. And those are the things that, those are the things that they asked me to fix. And my point with that is that, hey, websites don't have this. I'm not getting my website rejected when I want to upload it. The only thing that I have to worry about is writing the code, and then I can deploy updates, which is great. But it's different on apps. It takes some time to get accepted, and we're gonna get over that hump. We're on day 3. We're gonna be doing this every day. We're gonna be working and programming every day. So for those of you that are watching and just interested, we're gonna be doing this every day. And I've been here. I've been in the startup world before. I know what it takes to get something to work. I know what it takes to work truly hard and actually get things that are gonna work out because you're consistent. And my point in saying that is that, hey, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be streaming it because I don't really care. I have nothing to lose. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I'm spreading the awareness and building a community about the products that I'm building. And I hope that I'm helping you in some sort of way, that you can learn from what I do, but also just I just am very passionate about computer programming and building things and entrepreneurship. And I'd love to share it with people, and I'd love for people to join in and see what I've been doing for the past several years. I've been doing startups and programming a lot, and I'm all about it. So if that interests you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be much more of this to come. Zuhaib says we're going to hit 1,000 subscribers soon. That's right, man. All right, we're gonna do something cool. So we're gonna actually take a look at our testing suite for our API. So for those of you that are or are not familiar with testing suites, if I run npm run test, it's gonna run a whole load of different testing suites that we have that essentially test different things. And you can see now that a lot of them are failing right away. So let's take a look at this. Let's copy all this information here. Actually, we're gonna drop in, 1 second. We're gonna change this up a little bit because we're about to focus in on the API. So I'm gonna go just the API. All right. Have my shit open. All right. Sam says, does vibe coding require vibe sunglasses? Yes. It does. That's hilarious. Alright. Joa says that he's really enjoying the stream and that my tips have been really helpful. Thanks for saying that, man. It means a lot. Am I using Cursor Pro or Ultra? I'm using Cursor Pro right now. All right. So now we've got only 5 tests that are failing. Got a nice to-do list here. Zuhaib, he says that there's one more setting that I could do. I can move my webcam frame to bottom left and invert it, and then move the Xcode simulator to the bottom right. Cursor window to the right side. All right, we're gonna change up the layout, so everybody's got to have a say in this. All right, we're gonna take. Zuhaib has not failed me yet, so we're gonna change up the layout real quick of the stream. I don't know, Zuhaib. I don't know, because bottom right, my camera's more on this side, so I'm able to crop it so that it takes up less space. Let me know what you think of the layout if it needs to change. But right now, let's just keep it as it is and just keep working, because at the end of the day, that's the main focus, right? The work, the mission, the goal. But yeah, I've got a lot of ideas with the marketing campaigns and some different ideas that I've been thinking about. And it's very interesting because there's a lot of AI tools now out there that are actually they're meant for creating TikToks and Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts with AI. So you can literally drop in the link to like a YouTube video, for example, right? And it'll create TikToks from a YouTube URL. And it'll create like 100 of them. And it's crazy. It like even knows how to rank them and stuff. Joa says bottom left. All right, I'll keep it bottom left. But yeah, this is crazy. I mean, I was expecting like streaming. I was expecting that I would have like one viewer, and that it would be like myself maybe, right? Or that I would, not really have a ton of people watching this. But just like from the jump, I've noticed that people are really like paying attention and watching. Like we have 20 watchers right now, which is crazy. And, that's really cool. So if you're here and you're watching right now, I just want you to know that it means a lot. And, I really I'm going to do this. I'm going to be working on this and sharing it and showing you basically what I've done for the past several years. And it's crazy because I put so many hours into teaching myself how to do these things, and now I can just do them and share them with people. And I don't know, that's just quite an interesting story arc, if you know what I'm saying. Prakar says he's unemployed and free. He can't focus and he's needed some motivation. Well, I'm happy to give you some motivation, man. All I gotta say is that when it comes to like your own ability, you have to believe in it. You have to believe in your own ability, and you have to believe in yourself that you're gonna be able to take some risks and to be able to make things work out for yourself. And that could be getting a job, that could be starting your own thing. It just depends on what you truly want at the end of the day, right? It's like, hey, nobody else knows what you want except yourself. So you have to, listen to that voice inside your head that's telling you certain things. And, sometimes you just got to tune other people out a little bit and listen to what you want in terms of your life. You really got to listen to the feedback that your own conscience is giving you. I think it's pretty important. All right, we got 3 failing tests still. 3 failing tests. Joa says that he was gonna study and a little bit about Nest.js. Yeah. So Joa, this is Nest.js. What I'm using here, right now I'm running Jest for the testing suite. But yeah, I mean, Nest is great because it's a module architecture. So there's other frameworks out there like Express. I think Express is probably the most popular Node framework that people are using today. And I will say there's a lot of benefits about using Express. I've used it for a lot of different projects. One is that it's kind of like free range. There's not a ton of boilerplate code that you're doing. There's not a ton of structure to it, which can be good in some cases. That's not an inherently bad thing to have it be a little bit more loosey-goosey. It's just that when you really want to start using Nest is when you really like an organized code base. And you can organize Express code bases, don't get me wrong, but the module architecture in Nest here is very, very good because you essentially just set up all these modules and they have their own controllers and they have their own module and they have their own service and they have their own DTOs, and you kind of modulate different functionality and features, and I really like that. And with Express, I never really got that same experience out of it. So that's why. He's saying that he's planning to launch an app or website. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's great. If you're launching your own app or website. Yeah, what do you plan on using for this stack? Yeah, Tech Visionary. This is definitely vibe coding. All right. Joa says that he comes from a C# background, so he likes that organization. Yeah, definitely C#, man. I've heard about Supabase. Supabase. Crazy. I'll say this, in 3 days of streaming, I went from having like 2 concurrent viewers to 23 concurrent viewers. So I don't know if I'm doing something right, but if this is actually entertaining to you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because this is like pretty motivating. And you know, if you want to follow along and follow the story, I think that doing those things helps it like pop up in your feed more or something. So am I using Claude Code is something that Sealer just asked me. Nah, I'm not using Claude Code. This is Cursor. Yeah, this is Cursor. Yeah. Stream low-key starting to blow up. All right, we are writing a ton of tests right now. Basically, we had some missing tests, some broken tests, and what we're doing right now in our test suite, we're pretty much just rewriting the structure so that we can get this tested properly. Fulcrum just asked. Also, welcome Fulcrum. This is the first time I've seen you in the stream. What's up? He said, what are you using for the live preview of the app on the right side? So Fulcrum, this is actually the Xcode simulator. So you have to download Xcode on a Mac, and when you have that downloaded, you can launch the simulator. So I'll just show you a quick example here. So over here in this other file, I have my app running, and I just go over here and I click and I run npm run start. And then once I run npm run start, it gives me some options of how I want to run the server. And if I click I, it's going to open it up on the iOS simulator that you just saw a second ago. So it launches the simulator, it opens up the app, it bundles it, and it launches it. And here it is. Only available on Macs. Silver said he's heard a lot of good things about Cursor as well, and he's looking to try it too. That he's just been using Copilot. Yeah, I would say the VS Code Copilot, I've never liked it. I think it's probably the worst one out of the competitors right now. But that's just my experience. I've gotten really accustomed to Cursor, so I'm open to learning new things or accepting that I may be wrong about something, but I've become really used to Cursor. Zuhaib says that Windsurf is good as well. Yeah, I may have to try Windsurf. I have a subscription, so might as well try it at some point. All right, let's run some of the tests just to see where we're at. All right, we got 2 failing, 162 passing. That's pretty good. Silver says that that's the reason that he's been looking to switch. He feels that Copilot is lacking. Yeah, Copilot lacking a bit for sure. Slacking. Yeah, Joa says that it's inferior to all competitors. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Copilot is definitely inferior to all competitors. Fulcrum says, thanks. Yeah, Android Studio. Yeah, I mean, you know what it's, Fulcrum, it's similar to, if I want to launch Android on the simulator here, I'll show you how this works. So if I go over here and I run npm run start, I actually can launch this on Android. So you can see here, open Android, and this is going to launch my Android simulator. And I'm pretty sure I don't even have it. Yeah, I don't even have it launched or ready on this computer. I have to do all the installations and stuff. So it's pretty similar, I think, in terms of Macs make it really easy for you to use Xcode and use their software, and Windows makes it really easy to use Android. Not Windows, but Android makes it really easy to use Android. Or Windows does, yeah. Windows does. Yeah, 26 watchers, Zuhaib. This is crazy. Zuhaib, he says, how many hours am I going to stream daily? Well, just so everybody watching understands, I'm a type of person that I'm usually all in. So whenever I start doing something, I typically don't stop. So we're going to be doing this every day. Seriously. I've got big plans this weekend. I'm going to Michigan. We're going to do a Lake Michigan stream on Friday and Saturday night. It's going to be crazy. Michigan stream. We're doing a little trip, since as a computer science person, you can always work from anywhere. Remember that. One of the benefits of being a vibe coder, a coder, whatever you want to call it. All right, our tests are still being created. All right, wow, we have 25 watching. 25 watchers, 27. If you haven't already liked the video or subscribed to the channel and you've just been hanging out or watching the stream, like it now, because we are really trying to build the community. We are really trying to launch apps and get people involved. And I've got a Discord link in the chat to the right. It's pinned as well. So if you want to do that, feel free. But yeah, I mean, we're setting new records. We're setting new heights on the streams. Every stream has gotten better and better and better. The first stream 3 days ago, I had like 2 people watching. And then the next one, it was like 6 people. And then the next one, it was like 12 people. And then the next one, 20 people. And now we're up to 31. I mean, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. Spam the reactions in the chat. Like the stream, subscribe, because we're going up. We're only going up. Prakar wants to know my background. If we can get to 894 subscribers, I'll tell you guys a little bit about my background. And 15 likes on the video. Right now, we're 1 away from each, so blow it up. Blow it up and I'll give you guys my background. Tyler asked me if I'm looking for a co-founder. I'm thinking about it. Zuhaib just asked me how old I am. Joseph Miller asked if all right, we got a couple questions. Zuhaib, you asked me how old I am. I'm 23. 23 years old. Joseph asked, what are we building? We're building a productivity app. Yeah, this is GoalPost. We are building GoalPost. Anybody have any thoughts on the app so far? We're kind of just vibing right now. We're doing a Joseph Miller, he just asked me if I have any programming experience. Yeah, I've got a lot of programming experience. I've been programming for a couple years now. Yeah, my experience, right now we're vibe coding, and it's very interesting. I'm a firm believer that the best programmers are the ones that really understand how to integrate AI into their workflows, because one smart programmer that's using AI is a lot smarter than another smart programmer that's not using AI, if that makes sense. Oh, we just had a feature recommendation from Levi. Levi says he likes it. It seems good. He always likes calendars with goal apps that track days you hit goals from a month view or something similar. That's a great idea. So Levi's saying, hey, maybe we can get a monthly view in here, and I bet we can. If other people agree, comment in chat and we can build it. Because right now we've been doing just a lot of tests, and we actually need something to work on. So Joseph said that he's got 10 years of experience and that he uses AI all the time. Makes him faster. Yeah, I mean, how could it not make you faster? You know, it's crazy. I mean, I'm in a club, and in the club there was another programmer in the club that I was talking to, and he is not an AI fan, right? He's like against it, and he was telling me, he was like basically just kind of bashing on AI. And I was like, hey, you know, it's okay to take that stance, because of a lot of people have that stance. A lot of people don't like AI. But the thing is that, I mean, you can bash it, but the thing is, it's the future. And, you know, it's like going back to the early 2000s and saying, oh yeah, no, like, I'm not gonna, you know, take stock in Google, you know, or pay any attention to that, because, you know, technology is just terrible, and, you know, it can't help me. You know, it's like saying that. I'm like, all right, like, hey, you know, suit yourself, but I mean, look at what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm running, I just created over 100 tests in like 20 minutes, and that was probably thousands of lines of code, and I'm coding it with AI. You know, I understand what's going on, and, you know, I'm trying to build this using AI, but the AI has done a lot of the heavy lifting for the coding portion of it. I've been able to just kind of manage what it's doing, and we're building an app. It's great. Zuhaib says, how about having a leaderboard to rank the people who completed the most goals? That's also a great idea. Once these tests finish running, let's look into creating a leaderboard, and let's look into building a calendar. All right. So I think these tests are going to be done, and then after that we're going to take some suggestions from the chat and build a calendar, and then we're also going to build a leaderboard. Man, we are close to 900 subscribers. I don't know if we're going to get there. I'll keep streaming until we get 900 subscribers. We're 4 away. All right, we're gonna call it quits on the test soon. Start building features again. Zuhaib has a lot of good ideas. That's why he's the mod. All right, Zuhai, we're gonna look into this leaderboard, and then spaces where people can talk. Yeah, maybe there could be like recordings and stuff. All right. All right, Joas says that he believes the biggest problem is the limited context window with only a few thousand tokens of memories. AI can't grasp your entire code base or project scope. Yes, it's very true. Yeah, once they do figure that out, that's going to be a big deal. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to happen after that. Zuhaib says he means like live spaces. Yeah, live spaces. Yeah, live spaces type thing would be interesting. So, you know, I'll say one thing with that. So from my experience, something that I've, you know, come to understand a little bit is that when you're building an MVP, you really have to think through your core features that you want, and then you have to kind of just build those and then worry about, you know, other things. I don't like this. Hold up. I don't like what this is doing. Too many enums. Too many enums. All right, actually, I'm gonna take a different approach for this. Joseph says that he finds it works best when he knows exactly how he wants something implemented and tell the AI how. Well, I think that this is a great example of it. Build a new module called leaderboards. Let's just get started with this, but this is going to be a little bit more scalable. We'll be able to scale this. Make sure real quick that we have this set up correctly. JM Razzo says, love what you are doing. Hey, appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Zuhaib, he says that, yeah, core features is really important in version 1, and that as we progress, we will definitely add new good features and iterate according to user feedback. Yeah, that's definitely spot on with, spot on. Hey, if you're watching, if you've been enjoying it, like JM Rezo, give this stream a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Trying to build a community of like-minded people, and we're building this app. Let's go. All right, leaderboard DTO. Okay. This is putting the enum in the DTO itself. I like that. Parkar said, are we ready for some background story? I mean, I think it's late enough. I think we can do a background story. So my background is that I went to Purdue University and I was studying business, and I taught myself how to program, and I did this in high school, and then in college I got way better at programming while I was studying business, and I got so good at programming that I decided to drop out of school and co-found a startup. And the startup was in the online mental health space. And I had to program over 2 million lines of code in 6 months in order to build an online mental health platform. And I built a ton of different things while I was in college. I built many different platforms, and especially when AI started to come out, I started to use AI a lot more. And I found that AI was really helping me improve in what I was doing. So, you know, ChatGPT came along, and it wasn't great when it initially came out, but I could definitely see the potential. So I started to lean a little bit more on AI to help me program, and I learned a lot of the nuances and different things related to how to program using AI, basically. And I got really good at programming with AI. So each roadblock, obviously whenever you're programming, there's a whole bunch of different roadblocks that you can run into. And all I had to do was say, all right, every time I hit a roadblock, go to AI, and the AI that is now getting really smart can answer a ton of different problems and solve a bunch of different errors. And it was my hypothesis that it would get immediately and incredibly better as time went on. And that hypothesis has turned out to be incredibly accurate. And the models that we have now and the tools that we have now will put you in a completely different level if you're using them correctly. So that's my background, and that's what I'm doing. British says, just curious why cursor as opposed to CC. Not sure what CC is, but I'm definitely a fan of cursor. Oh, Claude Code. Yeah, I don't really use Claude Code. Zuhaib, that's a great idea. He said that, why don't I build a website like mcclue.com under my company name, so all the product that you make and how much they earn is all on one page. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, we can do that pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, we can do that while we're doing this. Let's launch the website. All right. All right, so this is the website. This is in Next.js app. only going to focus on the website, nothing else. All right. All right, we'll work on this over here. We're gonna have a lot going on, but that's all right. We'll multitask. All right, here's our website. All right, so a little bit more of the background story. I launched an AI Academy, and that was one of my businesses. That's what BridgeMind originally was. It was an AI Academy. But I've recently moved in a different direction. BridgeMind was essentially a different business that I had started for a different reason, which right now we've got issues because of a different reason, but close out of that. Hold up. I haven't accessed this project for a while. But yeah, so BridgeMind was a pretty good platform for learning how to use AI. I was making money from it, and I mean it was good. But I've since taken it in a different direction. And I think that direction, which I've thought about, is much better. Jebs Don said, can I learn how to code even though he's a great procrastinator and less fortunate in the brain? Hey man, you can do anything. Zuhaib says that I can just screenshot the design and then give it to Cursor. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking at this. It's making me think. I'm kind of deep in thought. Sorry. I'm vibing. If you're vibing with me, give the video a like and subscribe. But yeah, Zuhaib, I'm trying to think about some things. To be honest, I'm trying to We're definitely gonna make some changes, but I'm not sure what those changes are yet. So we'll do that at another time. But Zuhaib, definitely, I agree with you, man. For sure. Yeah, the Linux thing, he just says that the Bridge Minds site could just be revamped. It's not bad at all, just a dark theme maybe. And that clearly the new path and name if needed. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Zuhaib says 2 more subs for 900. Are we really that close to 900 subs? Oh, wow, 200. We're 2 subs away from 900. If you're in the stream, if you're not a bot and you haven't subscribed yet, yep, that's you. Subscribe and maybe you can be my 900th subscriber. That's awesome. So cool. The Linux just said that he's going to share the channel around a bit, so we'll get to 1K in no time. Linux, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Linux, thank you, bro. You made my night. Appreciate it. We're at 899. Wow, 1 away. 1 away. That's crazy. We're building the leaderboard functionality. It's almost ready. Hey, Levi, let's go. $900, we made it. Thank you, everyone. Zuhaib, thank you. Levi, thank you. The Linux thing, thank you. Appreciate all of you. And if you've been watching, if you've just been hanging out, appreciate you too. Zigzag49 asked what extension I'm using. This is Cursor. Zigzag. Yeah, this is Cursor. Zuhaib is asking how much watch time I have. Let me check. I've got 26 hours of watch time on this stream. 26 hours. That's pretty good. This song's great. Oh, total channel watch time? Probably a lot more. Yeah, total channel watch time? Way more. Like all time? Here. I'm looking at it right now. All time, I've got 1,600 hours. So decent, I guess. I'm not sure. I had like when BridgeMind was more based around like teaching people how to use AI with courses. You know, it was a little bit different. All right. up? Nashum, what's up? Zuhaib says, we only recognize you and want you to make the content. Well, all right, man. I will. Jules says, jazz today. That's so funny. Well, the reason that that's funny is that we were listening to some like different music the other day, weren't we? All right. So I'm gonna plan on waking up early tomorrow and streaming for a couple hours in the morning. So if I want to do that, then I've got to wrap it up here soon. I wanted to stream until I was at 900 subscribers, and we did that. So thanks everybody for tuning in. You know, this is really, really cool. And here's the leaderboard that we just built to kind of end the stream on this on a good note. We've got the basic functionality of a leaderboard. So you can see that these are the users with the best streaks, for example. So yeah, so we'll work on this tomorrow. We'll polish this up. Linux says he'll help both in the Discord server and here as a mod. Okay, all right, Linux, I'm gonna make you a mod. Yeah, definitely the Linux and Zuhaib as well. Yeah, Zuhaib and the Linux thing. I appreciate you guys. All right, we're gonna call it there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.